telling me you give piano recitals and teach piano now for 30 years?
I've been teaching piano for over 30 years now. Yes.
Wow.
So I know my music.
Yes, you do.
Our drummer's like that. Bill, he's in his... he's been doing it for a while, and he composes and gives lessons, and it's really fun.
Oh, I have a great time with my students. I really do. I just adore them.
Great.
So anyway, I played bass, and then that was it. Carl got on the phone to my parents, and at the time, I was really asking my parents, I would really like a 12-string guitar for my folk music. And no, I ended up with a bass guitar instead.
Right on. Well, I was thinking maybe we'd play some more music for the next 10, 15 minutes and then talk again, and then it'll probably be almost time to exit, and then maybe we could leave them with something. But
Great.
We have another 30 minutes. So I guess, Cordy, take it away with more Daughters of Eve.
True
and the moon is low, and the stars are the only sight we see. I won't cry, I'll cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, darling, won't you stand by me? And the mountain crumbles to the sea. Oh, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, darling, won't you stand by me? Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, darling, won't you stand by me?
Right on, and we're here with the Daughters of Eve here again on this Sunday, November 8th, 2009, Diva Radio, Liquid Conspiracy, KUSF, 90.3 FM in San Francisco. And what did we just hear?
That was called Stand By Me. It's an old Benny King song, and that was Marsha singing it.
Okay, and do you have know all the other songs that played before that? Or?
Before that was Don't Waste My Time, and then before that was Symphony of My Soul, and one of our more overproduced songs. Bonifetti was really into horns and overproducing.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wanted to take the Daughters of Eve in the direction of kind of a drag.
Yes.
The Buckingham's kind of a drag.
Okay, so, yeah.
That's very true. And because that was such a big hit, he figured that it would work for us too, you see.
Sure.
And then before that one, I think we played, did we play He Cried? Or Just a Little? No. I can't remember which one. Oh, I know. Oh, I can't remember now.
Well, doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
No, and
it was fun to listen to.
Tell all your titles at the end of the show and all that. And then why don't you, before we forget, tell us where you could get your music or log on or anything. Do you have any contact info or websites or any?
Well, there's Ace Records put out a compilation of all different girl bands. It was called Girls with Guitars.
Okay.
And they advertise on online, Ace Records. Also, Gear Fab Records also made a compilation of different states of garage rock bands. And that one was called the Illinois
Psychedelic.
Yeah. And you can get that, but also on eBay, I know they sell our records, believe it or not.
Okay.
And there's 2131 is coming out now. That's the
that came out in the spring.
Yeah,
Sundazed Music had us on their compilation there, and certainly if you look on the web under Daughters of Eve, all girl band,
Google Daughters of Eve.
Google Daughters of Eve. There's a lot of articles and different information and snippets from the pieces.
Okay. Well, it seems like with all the recent press that you're getting now and compilations you're on, things are just crying out for a reunion or some kind of...
We're working on it. We are definitely working on it. And if Andee and I have anything to say about it, we are definitely going to have one.
And so,
soon.
Again, you guys started in 1965 and lasted till about 68, was it?
Yes.
And do you have any fun tour stories, or how was it to tour back then?
I have a great story.
Listen up here, Cordy.
We're playing in Rapid City, South Dakota, and we flew there, and Carl and our road manager, Bob Babenko, met us with the car. We had with the van, I guess. And as we get in the van, Carl's blasting the radio station, and they were saying, "Yes, the Daughters of Eve have just landed in Rapid City. You can see them." I forget the name of the place we played. It was this monster hall.
Wow.
And the stage was one of those old-fashioned stages where it had wood floor on the stage. And my drums were moving all over the place. That's before I got smart and got a rug.
Sure, yeah.
So my bass drum was moving everywhere, and I was so mad. Oh, my gosh, and the place was packed. Just packed. They were lying, it was one of those huge theater stages.
Okay.
So my bass drum kept moving, so Carl got the smart idea, Bob Babenko actually got the smart idea to take a fire extinguisher and put it in front of the bass drum because it was heavy.
Yeah, that...
Right? And it still didn't help. So in between songs, I laid the fire extinguisher on its belly inside the bass drum, and when I kicked the drum, it exploded all over the drums and the stage and the people, and I was so mad. I sort of ran off the stage, and then I slipped on the foam.
Wow.
And people applauded. They thought that was part of the show.
I was going to say, The Who has nothing on you guys.
No, that was right around the time of The
Tommy
Who.
Smothers. So that would, I wish I could. Do you have that on video?
I wish.
Boy.
There are no videos, unfortunately.
I
no
know.
videos, not even home videos of the Daughters of Eve. It's really too bad.
I know. I was playing out in Round Lake, Illinois one time, one of the first gigs we did, and the drums were set on this really high riser.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it was like I could look down, and they looked like little people down there. So we played a set, and we were going to take a break and play another set, and then I had to climb back up onto the drums, and I tripped on the stool, and I went flying. The drums landed on the bottom of the stage,
wow.
the stage below, and it was just like everybody was like, they thought that was part of the show. I was just all these weird things. I'm such a klutz. I don't know. But,
wow.
But we had some, toured a lot, and we had a good fan base. I remember playing Sandy's Escape in Omaha, Nebraska. As a matter of fact, at the airport one time, I met some people that were from Omaha and used to go to Sandy's Escape. And they remembered, because I remember it was such a cool club, cool teen club back then. We had a lot of teen clubs. Marsha and I we used to have a chaperone with us because we were underage.
Okay.
And the mothers at one particular time was Marsha's mother was with us, but she had her own hotel room. And Marsha and I used to always bunk together, right? Well, we met these guys at the club, and we were determined to go out with them, but we didn't want to wake Mary. So we decided to climb out the window, only to come back to find out the window was locked.
Oh, boy.
So she had gone in our room and discovered we were gone. Boy, were we in trouble.
Oh, boy. Well,
it's part of being a teenager.
I think that there was, you were starting to talk about your fan base, and there really was a fan base for all-girl bands.
Yes.
The Daughters of Eve, and then, of course, I went on to the Weaker Sex, an all-girl rock and roll band. And
that's a really cool name.
Well,
back
thank
then.
you.
Very
yeah,
cool.
we were very...
and you play guitar with them. And
I was the lead guitarist in the Weaker Sex. And in that band, we would go and we'd have a gig in a club. And the first night, it would be the normal, club crowd. And the second night that we'd play there'd be more people. And the third night, the word would get out. And the next thing you know, the club was full. And we would be asked back again and again.
Girl rock musicians were getting real popular at that point because it was
few and far between.
Sure.
It was
Sure.
a novelty.
It was
still a
so
novelty.
new,
Wow.
and the fact that we actually played
And
our
played
instrument-
well.
and played
Right.
well.
Played
And played
well,
well.
yeah.
And we had Carl said he remembers guys, boys fainting over
Wow.
us, like
Wow.
the Beatles.
Oh, we had, we signed a lot of autographs to young men, young
Wow.
guys.
Oh yes,
Wow.
and I still hear from some of them. Isn't that something?
I was going to recommend a woman artist to you who's way ahead of her time. You may have heard of her, Memphis Minnie. She's a black
I've heard of Memphis
blues
Minnie.
gut
Yeah.
bucket singer, and she played lead guitar in the 20s. And she never would get credit because you can't play lead guitar like a man, but she sure did. And the Rolling Stones and a lot of bands kind of copied. In fact, When the Levee Breaks is her song that
Wow.
Led Zeppelin did. And,
Wow.
but yeah, check her out, and pioneers as well as yourselves. But maybe you could play here at the Great American Music Hall sometime in San Francisco,
love
where
to.
That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be
Jello
awesome.
Biafra and Galaxxy Chamber and Helios Creed play, and we'd love to have the Daughters of Eve there.
Wow.
And you're worthy of that
honored.
stage.
Oh,
and,
thank you, Nick. Thank you.
But I was going to see really quick, really, what got you into bass and guitar when you first got into playing, and what first got you into drums? And then I was thinking we'd be quiet and outro with maybe 2 more songs because we're almost out of time.
Wow, sounds great. This has been fantastic, Nick. Thank you.
Well,
It's
thank
been
you.
wonderful.
You've been great. And,
Well, I would just like to say that for me, the Beatles were quite an inspiration. I loved my folk music, but, you know, when the Beatles came out, I just had to stop and learn each and every one of their songs on the guitar. And
I have to add something here.
yes.
We went to high school together, and there was another friend of ours, Sue, and they were real Beatle fans. And I said, oh, the Beatles are okay. They had an extra ticket and took me to see the Beatles at the ballpark.
The Chicago Amphitheater.
Was it the Chicago? And I went, and I couldn't believe it. I
Wow.
couldn't believe it, and I became a big fan of them.
Yeah.
And we actually serenaded the Beatles at their hotel room outside.
My father
Wow.
drove us to the concert
Wow.
and picked us up, and he waited outside, and somehow he found out where the Beatles were staying, and so he rushed us out of there. And of course, the Beatles left the place before they would allow the audience to leave. And my father rushed us over to the hotel, and we had our guitars.
And we sang.
We were singing and playing all the Beatles
No
songs
reply.
outside. And then they looked out the window.
They looked at the window and waved.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was very cool.
It was
Very
really-
cool.
yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
really
Not
cool.
everyone could say that.
No.
Wow. Oh.
Love the Beatles.
Well, again, I guess Google Daughters of Eve to find out some musical history and hear some really cool sounds. And,
I know where they get here on YouTube.
Okay.
If you go youtube.com and you search for Daughters of Eve, there's not a video of us, but it is a picture of us, and it's Help Me Boy. You can hear Help Me Boy. So
Okay, great.
listen to that.
Okay, well, we'd like to have you up again in the future, and maybe the other 2 members too. Or
love to.
Nick,
know.
we would love to be back, and I
Yes.
think when we come back, the other girls would be happy to join us.
Okay, and maybe it'll be
Absolutely.
for a show here too.
Wow. At the same time, we'll do a show. Excellent.
Yeah, because the
Let's
radio
do
would
it.
help get
Good
people
idea.
there, and all that.
I'm ready.
But we have about 5 minutes or so. What songs did we want to hear now?
Let's hear.
He cried.
He Cried. Yeah, well, that's a great vocal song.
Okay.
He Cried is a good one.
He Cried, okay. And then we'll be leaving you with a couple other songs after He Cried. And tune in next week for Diva Radio Liquid Conspiracy. And again, I'd like to thank Daughters of Eve, Andee, and Debbie.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Nick.
Nick. It's
It was
been a
great.
pleasure.
Thank you. And thank you, Cordy. And
Thanks to the pilot.
rock on. And thank you for still doing it and being here.
Great.
Thank you.
And when I told him I didn't love him anymore, he cried. And when I told him his kisses were not like before, he cried. I thought that our romance was over and done, but to him it had just begun. And when I told him another boy had caught my eye, he cried. And when I kissed him, a kiss that only meant goodbye, he cried. I thought that our romance was over and done, but to him it had just begun. And when I told him I didn't love him anymore,
Voice for Rockers is a non-profit volunteer organization dedicated to the prevention of hearing loss and